is the main man on the special teams. This is a team with an awful lot of speed. Patillo is flying to the near side. Smith in the middle. Billingsley on the far side. And Craig Fayak has the football teed up. We're glad you could join us. Let's riding on this game. A trip to Florida Stadium next Saturday for the championship game in AAA. Fayak gives the signal, and we are underway from Cannonsburg. It is a high end-of-run kick that Smith will take at his 5. He's at the 10, the 15, out over the 20, will be met and will be brought down as he drives forward to near the 24-yard line. The Aliquippa Quips, led by quarterback Thornton. Kenny Thornton, the fullback, is Leonard Myers. As mentioned, Arno Askew, wearing number 85, is the receiver to look for. The Quips with the football at their own 25-yard line, and we are underway, and the give is off the left side to Sharice Smith, and he finds way over the running room as Joe Latillo greets him at the 27-yard line. Credit Smith with a gain of 2 on the play.
Smith with just a quick handoff. They had Billingsley deep in the backfield. He came to the near side trying to pull the defensive Belle Vernon this way, but good pursuit. Rotolo stayed at home and just took his ankles out from underneath him.
Smith sometimes will line up as a flanker back, a slot back. This time, Patillo comes wide to the right side. Askew lines up on the left. It is an I formation. Smith comes in motion near side. Thornton pitches the ball back to Billingsley. Billingsley looking to cut inside, and it is Rotolo once again on the tackle. John Vitale also coming up to drop Billingsley back at the 26-yard line. He lost probably a half yard on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd and long for the Quips.
Exactly what the Leopards have to do all night. You can't key on Billingsley because obviously they have other backs that can carry the football, but Billingsley is their big threat. Again, Belle Vernon eliminate the big play. The big play obviously is Billingsley. You've got to stop him, and that's what Belle Vernon did there. The pressure up front, they have to seal off the holes, and the secondary has to also pursue.
3rd down and 8. Bruce, you didn't get to see the Leopards last week. You had Chauvelin. Joe Latillo just played an incredible game on defense, and he already has 2 tackles on the first 2 plays of the game. Smith goes in motion from right to left on 3rd and 8. Thornton, right-handed quarterback, rolling goes left, throwing, and the pass is going to be knocked away in front of the Belle Vernon bench. Sean Heron coming up to knock the football away, intended for Patillo. And I'll tell you, Thornton was very lucky because Jason Smith himself, and as you mentioned, he took a step back, tripped, and fell down, and a good defensive play by Heron. Okay, Arno Askew will be punting the football. He is standing at his 11-yard line. Metikosh and Kovac are deep for the reps. Belle Vernon coming with a little bit of pressure. A good kick. Kovac will signal for a catch, and then will allow the football to bounce at the 40. And I believe the football will be spotted. Well, now the officials say inside the 40 at the 38. I thought perhaps an Aliquippa player had gotten it.
One thing tonight, Bruce, it will be that Belle Vernon will play field position. I expect them to play conservatively. Double fake, Metikosh off the right side, and he has a gain of about 4 yards out to the 45-yard line. Met and dropped by Patillo. It will be a gain of 4 for Metikosh.
Well, we talked about Billingsley, how Belle Vernon has to stop him. Obviously, on the other side of the coin, Metikosh, who is the key running back for Belle Vernon, has to gain yardage. And one of the big things is he has to gain that yardage on 1st down. I don't think the Leopards want to get into 3rd and long situations here tonight. If they can get into 2nd and short, 3rd and short, Belle Vernon can have a good offensive performance tonight.
Chad Virgo, the center, snaps the football to Fayak, and the give is to Metikosh. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. He is at midfield and will be dragged down in Aliquippa territory at the 49-yard line. Very close to a 1st down, maybe just short on the play.
The one thing about Mike Metikosh is that he can break the initial tackle. That's how he picks up his yardage. His second effort, he'll get hit, he bounces off the line of scrimmage, and picks you up 2 or 3 more yards. He showed it right there.
Aliquippa against Highlands was a tremendous asset for Belle Vernon because it was able to pin Highlands deep in their own territory. Here we go, 3rd and a yard, and Fayak keeps off the right side. He has the 1st down, following the right side of his line. Offset, and Arno just opening. Double fake. Fayak keeps. He has time. He's looking down the field for Smith at the 5. Incomplete. On the coverage was Sharice Smith covering Jason Smith. And Durham make up the interior line. Askew also. Big 6'5" Askew. Double fake. Metikosh off the right side. He has a hold. He gets inside the 45. And when he drops as he gets to the 44-yard line, it will be a gain of 3 yards for Metikosh. Coming up to make the tackle for Aliquippa is Tim Patillo. It'll bring up now a 3rd down and 7.
He has a front run off the right side this time, but the one thing the Leopards are doing, somewhat reminiscent of Ringgold's offense, Eric, is all those fakes in the backfield with the different backs they have there. The key is for the offensive line to keep the defenders out to allow you that time for the faking. Dupree coming in motion to the near side. Fayak is back to throw, firing across the middle. He has a receiver. That is Kovacs pulling it in for a first down at the 42-yard line. Kovacs stepping in front of Billingsley to make the reception. It covers 12 yards. It'll be a Kovacs a good job of hanging on. He took a hit, but he held on. First and 10 at the 32, full house backfield. Going in motion to the right side is Dale Haney. This is Metikosh up the middle. Metikosh will get maybe to the 30-yard line. Dragged down from behind on the play by Seaburn. It'll be a gain of 2, and it'll bring up a second down and 8. Good job that time by the front line and Aliquippa. They just filled out the hole. Again, this time we talked about Metikosh being able to break a tackle. 2 Aliquippa players just wrapped him around the waist and dragged him down. He never had a chance to break that one. May have been elbow on the tackle. I'm not sure. We're under 7 minutes to play here. In the first quarter, double fake. Fayak rolling to the right. He'll throw the football down. He's inside the 30, upended as he falls forward to maybe the 26-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle was Return Beasley for the Quips. But that is a play that Vernon has begun to run quite a bit here in the latter stages of this season. Fayak on the bootleg, just putting the ball on his hip. He is so adept with his ball handling, and his faking ability is so good. And that time he had a little bit of an opening, but to Beasley's credit, he came up quickly and dropped him after a gain of 4 yards. That was just better, I think, the Belvernon's repertoire midway through the season was the running of Craig Fayak.
Third down and 3 from the 26. Haney in motion to the far side. Fayak straight back. Looks to set up the screen. He's got Metikosh. Metikosh at the 35, the 30. Inside the 25, inside the 20, and will be brought down at the 16-yard line. The Leps with another first down on what is developing into a very impressive opening drive.
You don't set a screenplay up any better than the Leopards did right there. Again, the blockers up front hit the line. They released to get out front to block for Metikosh. Metikosh was right behind 3 big blockers out in front of him, and Fayak just made the pass right there, perfectly executed.
There we saw Bruce. They're in Fayak field goal range already. The football is resting at the 16. Kovacs this time tight end on the right side. Jason Smith lines up tight left. Mike Metikosh takes the handoff and is met right at the line of scrimmage. Time Dupree and Haney line up in front of Metikosh. Dupree comes in motion to the near side. Fayak on a draw play to Metikosh right up the middle inside the 15. He'll get close to the 10. Patillo making the stop with an assist on the play from Durham. It'll be a gain of, let's call it 5 yards for Metikosh, and we'll bring up third down. They can break it for a big play. 3rd and 4, football resting at the 10. Dupree motion near side. Metikosh on a counter up the middle. He has the first down, and Metikosh is down to the 2-yard line. Making a touchdown saving tackle was Eric Billingsley, but Metikosh on that quick counter opener right up the middle gets down to the 1 is where they will swap the ball. First and goal for the Leps.
A beautiful hole that time. Mike Metikosh, if he can get blocking like that, we'll have no problem going over 100 yards in this game. There's a tremendous gap down to the 1-yard line.
Waters, Vital, Vargo, Rudolph, and Kopsik opening up these holes. First and goal. This is Fayak. Quarterback keep. Right side touchdown Leopards.
Nothing fancy, ball control, march it right up the field. Mike Metikosh, the throwing of Craig Fayak, and Fayak with a 1-yard dive. He just went right off his right side. He's got the blocking over there, just dove it in, and the Leopards look impressive on the first drive.
Yes, I'm not going to say here comes an automatic 7-point. I said it last week in Harvins, and the snap went sailing right into Fayak's hands. But you would almost believe that they've got a good chance to get upset about things. Sylvester will hold the snap from Tabor. Good snap. Fayak's kick, he brings it through. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Vernon Leopards 7, Aliquippa nothing. Back right after this. Quality mobile home sales at Belle Vernon and 84.
Yeah. Hey, we got Seneca Valley 7-0 over.
The point, and just like last week, Aliquippa fell behind Indiana 7-0. They trail 7-0. Here's Fayak. It is a short end-over-end kick that Billingsley will take at his 10-yard line. Billingsley skips to the 15, the 20. He has an opening and is tripped up as he gets over the 25. Coming up to make the tackle was Ryan Ruconen, and Bruce, if Ruconen doesn't trip up Billingsley, it could have been off to the races.
Ryan Ruconen doesn't have that big a size. He just went down low and wrapped the ankles of Billingsley, and as you mentioned, if he gets through there, he may be gone.
On the Davies and Tregembo Ford scoreboard, passing around, Seneca Valley leading Brownsville 7-0. Sean O'Shea with a 6-yard run. That is AAA action in AA. Freeport over Jeanette 7-0. That's a surprise. New Brighton over Steel Valley 7-0. That is a surprise. So a lot of early scoring here. The Quips with the football now. First and 10 at their 28-yard line. Thornton, the quarterback, eye tandem behind him, and penalty flags go flying. All kinds of movement on the Aliquippa side of the line. Patillo was down at the 45-yard line, and the ball wasn't even snapped. And the Quips are going to be flagged for illegal procedure. The Lakeside move had drawn up that first drive any better. That's exactly what he wanted to do. 13 plays, they used up about 8 minutes of the clock.
And with the way the job the defense has done lately, he has to like that.
First and 10 from the first and 15 from the 23. Thornton on a roll-out. He's under pressure. He dodges the tackle. Now he'll run the ball. He's over the 25, over the 30, and Thornton will be out near the 34-yard line where Kovacs finally finishes him off with some help from Metacross. And we have a penalty flag thrown back in the Aliquippa backfield on a clipping call against the Quips. It will be brought back. I'm just going to say 28. The football is resting at the Quips 10-yard line. Splitting wide to the left side now is Patillo. He is picked up by Jason Smith. Another penalty flag is thrown. Thornton is rolling to his right. Plenty of time. Now the protection breaks down, and Thornton is going to be knocked out of bounds back at his 5-yard line. Coming out of it with the football, the defender was John Vitale. I think he was out of bounds when he caught the ball. But we have a penalty flag thrown. And I'll tell you, this Vernon defense is sky high right now.
They're just pure adrenaline just rushing in. And as you mentioned, Thornton was going down. He just tried to get rid of the football, and he just actually fumbled it and then tried to throw it. And Vitale caught the ball, but as you mentioned, he was out of bounds. But the penalty flag, I think this one again is against Aliquippa.
They're confirmed with Joe Rudolph, the defensive captain. Let's see what they'll like to do now. It is a procedure call against the Quips. It will be declined. So the football will be spotted back at the 5-yard line. And Aliquippa now has a 2nd down and 33. We've got to credit somebody with a sack on the play. I don't know who we're going to credit because there were so many of them. But the football is resting back at the 5-yard line, and this is incredible. Aliquippa is just going absolutely nowhere. And I'll tell you, Bruce, these soccer lines are getting me confused, too, because it looked like Patillo was out of bounds. It is a draw play to Myers. Myers gets maybe to the 10, if he's lucky. Rudolph on the stop, along with Joe Latono. Who else? But Myers will get 5 yards back, and it will bring up now a 3rd down and 20. The only thing is with this explosiveness and this speed of this Aliquippa, 90 yards is nothing to them. They can peel it off in one play. 3rd down. Thornton sets now. Leonard Smith, Sharif Smith on the left side. Pitch back to Billingsley. Billingsley coming to the left. He's at the 10. Stutter step at his hit and his drop as he gets to the 15-yard line. Craig Fayak coming up to stick Billingsley. He does everything. Quarterback, kick, punt, and he plays a little bit of defense as well. Billingsley gets the football out to the 16, but it is going to bring up a 4th down and 22 for the Quips.
One thing that also means a lot in playoff games, Eric, is field position, and right now the Leopards have it. Again, with this offense and the kicking ability of Craig Fayak, they don't need to go very far to put points on the board, even if it is only 3 points on a field goal. But the field position is a definite factor, and right now it's a plus for Belle Vernon.
Well, Belle Vernon, if they can handle this kick from Askew, should come out with excellent field condition because both Metacross and Kovacs are standing at the Aliquippa 45-yard line. It is a good snap. Askew gets it away, a line drive kick, but Metacross will take it to 30, coming to the left side, and the protection begins to break down, but he's inside the 40 and will be dropped at the 37-yard line. Coming in motion to the near side is Dupree. It is Metacross. Metacross goes right into the middle of the line and is met and is dropped as we wind down to 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Again, maybe a yard for Mike Metacross on the play. Very rapidly moving first quarter as the Reps kept the ball on the ground for 11 of their 13 plays, and the other 2 were completed passes. Winding down to 10 seconds to play. This will likely be the final play of the first quarter. Fayak calls the signals, and play action. He still has it. Now the protection breaks down, and Fayak is going to be sacked back at his 40-yard line. Making the tackle for Aliquippa is Sean Durham. And that is the final play of the first quarter. After 12 minutes of football, the Belle Vernon Leopards lead the Aliquippa Fighting Quips 7-0. Bruce and I will be back right after this.
We'll get back to the other ones right after this play.
Fayak out of the shotgun. Plenty of time. Now looks to set up a screen play again. Fires it out to Haney, and the pass is going to be broken up, incomplete. That time the screen worked for points. Fayak is in to punt the football away. Let's see if he angles it away. Yes, that's exactly what he does, and that's not one of his better kicks. The football is going to go out of bounds. Where will they mark it? The official is coming up through. He'll say the field position now. Their backs aren't against the goal line anymore. Right, considering how bad their situation was in that first drive, or their second drive when they were back hugging their goal line. They're in good field position now at the 31. On a wing right is Sharice Smith. Thornton, the quarterback, gears to his fullback, and taking the ball right up the middle was Leonard Myers, excuse me. Double-type formation. Myers, Smith, and Billingsley lining up behind Thornton. This is Eric Billingsley. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, zigzags his way out near the 40-yard line where Fayak comes up to make the tackle. And it will be a gain of, let's call it 6 yards as Billingsley hits the 40-yard. Aliquippa huddles up, Bruce, a good 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They really do. And it takes them a while to get up there. They're in no hurry to run a play. 3rd down and 2. Thornton gives to Billingsley. Billingsley dodges a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he has a first down, it would appear, as he gets to the 43-yard line. Vitale on the stop for the Leopards, but it appears as if the Quips have their first. Smith this time a wing right. Thornton, play action, back, pressure, fires, incomplete, intended for Myers at the 45. Good coverage, Dale Haney. Bill Askew comes wide of the left, so far wide he actually comes off the field this time. He lined up in the huddle, but then came off the field. Thornton rolling to the right, looking downfield, now fires short. The pass will be put in by Myers, and he'll be dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Haney and Kovac again for the Leopards. Good double coverage that time. The pass was complete, but for absolutely no gain.
Exactly. It was a little bit of a screenplay, but there was no blocking out in front. And Belle Vernon just had 3 men over there. And as soon as Myers hauled it in, he took a shot right in the midsection in the back, kind of bending backwards. He wasn't injured on the play, but a good hit by the Belle Vernon secondary.
The folks from It's a Pizza, Broad Avenue and Belle Vernon, want to wish good luck to the Leopards tonight and call for the victory special. Large pizza with 1 topping, a whole sub, and a 2-liter soft drink for only $11.89. That phone number, 929-3811. 3rd down and 10. And it is a draw play to Billingsley that will go absolutely nowhere. Joe Latoya and John Vitale making a stop, actually dropping Billingsley for a yard loss back at his 42-yard line. That defense just will not be fooled on that draw play.
Exactly. You would have to think that Bill Connors got that through to his team through the week, was that you've got to expect a team like Aliquippa with the big play capabilities. They've got to expect something like a draw play on a 3rd and long situation like that. And Belle Vernon's front line stayed at home and did a good job of filling the gap.
Well, the Hoops defense has held again, bringing up 4th down and 11. Askew will be punting to Medikosh and Kovac. Belle Vernon with 7 men on the line of scrimmage. 2 are coming, but token pressure, a line drive kick that will hit at the 40-yard line and take an Aliquippa roll inside the 30, inside the 25, and will finally be down at the 24-yard line. A 44-yard punt by Askew, hitting Belle Vernon back at their 24-yard advantage. Fayak gives the football off the left side to Dwight Dupree. Dupree still on his feet as he breaks a tackle at the 26 and drives forward, getting near the 30-yard line. Nice running by Dupree, who touches the football for the first time tonight. We'll credit him with a gain of 6.
Nice run by Dupree. They faked to Medikosh, trying to use a little bit of a draw, trying to draw the Aliquippa defense to Medikosh, and they gave it right back to Dupree, who went off the left side on a nice gain.
8 minutes exactly to play in the first half. Belle Vernon on top, 7-0. 2nd down and 4 for the Hoops from their 30. And it is Dupree again, and he won't find anywhere to run. He'll be dropped in the backfield. Coming up to make the tackle was Sean Durham. So the double fake, but he's a back that, again, it looks like Belvin will use him to decoy with Metacross. Let's see what the reps do on 3rd down and 6. Fayak on a bootleg to the left side this time. He has blockers, but he's not going to get the first down. He'll get only a couple on the play. Fayak tried to take it outside, then cut it back to the inside. And a defender for Aliquippa, I'm waiting for him to get up so I can get his number. Really made the play because he turned Fayak back inside to where the pursuit, the interior line, was able to greet him and drop him. Football is spotted at the 28-yard line, so Fayak actually got absolutely nowhere, and he's going to have to kick the football away. Billingsley and Patella are back. I take that back. It's Smith and Patella. This is Smith taking the football to 34. He fumbles it, goes back, picks it up at the 28. Now he's got an opening. He's at the 35, the 30, out of the 40, and will finally be brought down at the 44-yard line. How many times do you see it? A punt return will fumble the ball, and after trying to time it to arrive right when the ball gets there, and the fumble threw that off a little bit and created a hole for Aliquippa. Well, let's see what the quick offense can do. They don't have their problems tonight. Thornton takes the handoff to Billingsley. Back to throw, and he is going to be dropped, and now he shovels the football off to an interior lineman. It looked like one of his interior linemen. Now I believe we have the penalty flag going down. That was 62, Sean Durham. I don't think you have to do that, Bruce. Yeah, this is going to be, Vernon had great pressure coming in from the far side. Joe Rotolo put great pressure on and kind of held Thornton from going outside, and that helped the other defensive players for Vernon come around and seal the play out. But again, a flag on the play. If it was the NFL, it was in the graph. Exactly. But it's not, so. You're listening to High School Football 89 on WESA AM and FM. In Charleroi, 98.3. Class FM, Eric Hagman and Bruce Sokolic. With you from Cannon McMillan. Bruce, we have the signal. Yeah, it was, I guess, you know, it's really, plus a loss of down on the play. I saw the loss of down signal. So that will set Aliquippa back, plus they lose the gun, and let's call it a long 21. Askew is split wide to the left. They pick him up now in double coverage, Fayak and Smith. And to give us to Billingsley. Billingsley still on his feet. He breaks the tackle, still driving forward. What leg strength. He didn't get an awful lot of yardage, but he was a bull. Finally, Joe Rudolph out of there. The throw goes wide to the right side. Askew picking up in double coverage, comes to the near side. It is Haney and Fayak this time. And Thornton is looking for Askew on a crossing pattern. He makes the reception at midfield and is leveled by Fayak. A little bit of a gain of 14 yards. Askew definitely paid for it, but a nice catch by Arno Askew on that slant-in pattern, and a good throw by Thornton as he put the ball right on the numbers. That's the perfect route to run with Askew. Again, with the coverage that Belle Vernon had, they had Dale Haney, who's so tremendously shorter than Askew. He just ran a quick in, and Thornton just laid the ball right on the numbers, but Fayak, who was the second player in coverage, just came up and leveled him and shorted the first down. I don't know if before the last play I said second down, Bruce. It was third down because of the loss of down on the first play, so it is fourth down and 6 yards for the Quips, and they'll have to kick the football away again. It is Askew, takes the snap, gets the kick away. A twisting kick that will bounce at the 25, bounce inside the 20, and will be downed inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Let's see what they can do. This is a team that holds on to the football. Give this to the fullback. I believe it's Haney right up the middle, getting out near the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. It is Dale Haney, the fullback. His first carry of the game, a pickup of 3 on the play. Dale Haney, as you mentioned, his first time carrying the ball. Other than Mike Metacross, Dwight Dupree has carried the ball 2 times, and Dale Haney, and of course, Craig's that first drive, gaining only 1 yard in their last 2 possessions. Fayak this time, nothing fancy. This is Metacross exploding over the middle. He'll have a first down as he gets out near the 26-yard line. Just a quick opener up the middle. Chad Fargo handling the interior line from center, just opening up that hole in the left half for a quick first down of the evening, a gain of 10 on the play. It's interesting, about 10 through 26. The upback is Metacross. He's still on his feet. He has another first down as he's out over the 35 to the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. And Mike Metacross is just getting some excellent holes, and once he's getting through the holes, he is dragging Aliquippa defenders with him. Another gain of 10, and Metacross is peeling off some big yardage. Okay, 10 carries, 46 yards for Mike Metacross here in the first half already. And he also has the ability to break the long one. First and 10 again, double fake. Coming out the right side is Haney. He will be met and will be dropped after a gain of or maybe a yard or two. Askew was there, along with Smith, and also Patillo. It'll be a gain of, let's give him 2, Bruce.
Nice run that time by Haney, getting back to Mike Medicosh. He does have the ability to break the big play, but the holes have been there so far tonight. Again, Aliquippa does have decent size. They're not going up against them.
But thus far, it has been a conservative offense, keeping the football on the ground, passing very sparingly. Medicosh comes off the right side on a straight dive play, coming behind Rudolph and Vitale, finding very little running room as he is met and is dropped on the play by Askew. Also in on the stop was Jeff Bible. It will be a gain of 3 yards and will bring up a 3rd down and 5, the football at the 41.
Daniel Haney will bring in the play for the Leopards. It should be a very interesting play here. We mentioned the ball control offense, the conservative style offense of Bill Connors. 3rd and 6 now with 2 minutes left here in the first half. Proved to be interesting right here to see what Coach Connors tries to pull out.
Double tight on 3rd and 5. Rudolph lines up in the backfield and Medicosh goes right behind him. And Medicosh is going to be stopped short of the 1st down marker. That go 2 yards short as he ran into the waiting hands of Jeff Bible and also Jim Tigner. And now we have a timeout being signaled for on the field by the Quips. They want to stop the clock with 1:48 to play in the first half. And there is movement on the Aliquippa side. Kovats went in motion, and it looks from here as if it's going to be an offsides against Aliquippa. And if it is, I'll tell you, it was an ingenious call from the Leopard side, but not a very intelligent call to play from Aliquippa because they should have been alerted to it. And the call, as far as I'm concerned, has to go against Aliquippa.
You're exactly right.
Because Idris Nance made contact with the Belle Vernon player who was Kovats, who was going in motion. He was not starting upfield. He was going in motion.
You're exactly right. That's the whole idea of that play. You have the 2 tight ends in there. Fayette, the quarterback, drops back. Just at the same time, those 2 ends go out as if they're going into punt coverage, and that movement drew Aliquippa off. Now there's a conference, Bruce, but I'll tell you,
we had the perfect view from it here. It can't go anyway but offsides against Aliquippa because no Belle Vernon player made any illegal movement.
And exactly just the opposite. The Aliquippa sideline, of course, saying it's against Belle Vernon.
And it is. That is not a good call. It's a illegal procedure against Belle Vernon. That Kovats was going in motion, and the only thing I can think, Bruce, is if they were saying 2 players in motion at the same time, but I'm not sure that was the particular case.
I think that's a bad call. I think it's a very bad call, and of course, Bill Connors is making his presence known as his Lou Rude.
Well, Belle Vernon got a terrible call against him down in Brownsville that may have cost him a football game in an undefeated season. Let's see how this one goes tonight. Fayette will kick the football away. It'll bounce at the 40, and Smith finally will pick it up at his 26-yard line and will be swarmed under at the 31-yard line. Rudolph coming down to make the stop. Also, Matt Drusiak, the Aliquippa faithful, in front of us wanting a late hit, but sorry, folks, no.
Yeah, they're looking for something to give them an emotional lift here in the first half.
They've got 1:20 to do something. The football is at their 26-yard line. I formation. Smith is on a wing right. Askew is a tight end on the left side, and they bring Smith around, and he is going to be met by Rudolph and Vitale. A gain of maybe a yard, if that. And everything Aliquippa is trying, they're trying misdirection, counter plays, they're trying quick pitches. It's not fooling this Belle Vernon defense.
Smith was an end on the far side, and on the snap, he came cutting into the middle and took the handoff from Thornton. But as you mentioned, Vitale, Rudolph, everyone up there in front for Belle Vernon just stayed at home and stuck him before he had a chance to pick up. Well, he did pick up maybe a yard on the play.
Now the clock is stopped with 50 seconds to play. I did not see either team signal a time, and now they say wind it, so an official's timeout is what it was. 45 seconds winding out, and now they will stop the clock again. After 5 seconds. Bruce, what's going on?
I see the one referee pointing to Dan Kovats. He picked his helmet up real quick and then put it back down. So apparently something wrong with his helmet. Now they've got it settled and they've wound the clock again.
Yeah, they lost a few more seconds. 2nd down and 9. Thornton on a play action. Thornton all day to throw. Now rolls to his left. He has a center and he overthrows it. He had Smith wide open at the 45-yard line and threw the football, indefinitely playing a very loose secondary. Corsi is now in as a free safety, about 30 yards downfield. Thornton rolling to the right, looking, still has the football, now fires across his body, and the football will bounce incomplete at the 40-yard line, intended for Patillo. And the Belle Vernon interior line is really doing a good job. Brett Vernon be able to do quite a few things on special teams this year. I say you got to go for the block. They have 9 men on the line of scrimmage.
I'd go for the return.
All right.
Not that I'm a genius or anything.
I never implied that. And they're coming after Askew. He gets the football away. It is a high twisting kick that will bounce at the Belle Vernon 45 and will go inside the 40 and will be down in the vicinity of the 36-yard line. So they did come for the ball. Here's the play that we heard so much about. We have a center. We have Fayak in the shotgun. We have 2 receivers to the left. And folks, we've got 7 players on the right side. Fayak under all kinds of pressure, just throwing it away into the bench.
Procedure call against Belle Vernon.
All right, they are going to call the procedure against Belle Vernon, but that is a play that Dave Morgan alerted me to last week in Highlands, where they have just the center, and then everybody else goes wide to either the left or the right. Now, if Aliquippa scouted the Leopards, and you know they did, they saw that in the Latrobe game because they ran it a couple of times.
Well, the call went against Dan Kovac, who was one of the receivers on the far side, took 1 step too soon before the ball would snap. That resulted in the penalty, so the play never really would have accounted for anything because of that penalty.
Well, they will accept the penalty, which will knock the Leops back now, 5 yards back to their 31-yard line. Bruce, I think Belle Vernon might just be best if Craig goes down to a knee and get out of here because they're up 7-0 and let the defense come out in the second half and see if they can hold them. They split Kovac wide left, Jason Smith wide right, I-tandem behind Fayak of Haney and Metikosh, and it is Metikosh trying the right side now, cuts to his left. Metikosh still on his feet as he gets out near the 40-yard line. The clock will tick down 2 seconds, and now we have a stoppage. Who called the timeout, boys?
Belle Vernon.
Did they really?
Yeah.
With 2 seconds to go. Yes, they did. Well, 7-0 left. The receivers out. Yes, they do. Fayak goes under center. He's back to throw. He's under all kinds of pressure, and he's just going to fall to the ground, and that's going to end the first half. Fayak dropped back at his 30-yard line. But a very good first half for the Belle Vernon Leopards. The defense continuing a string of shutout quarters. 7-0 Belle Vernon. Bruce and I will be back with our halftime activities right at 24 minutes of football remaining to be played. The Leops lead the Quips 7-0. And the third quarter is underway. Askew's kick is an end-over-end kick that Kovac will take in his 15. Stumbles, gets over the 20, over the 25, and will actually get right to the 25, and will be brought down on the play. Making the tackle was Akiba Woods. Kovac lines up as a tight end on the right side. Smith is the tight end left. Fullhouse back there. Rudolph is in front of Metikosh, and Metikosh gets the handoff and is left right at the line of scrimmage. Dropped for absolutely no gain. Coming up to make the tackle is Jeff Bible from the interior line of Aliquippa. 2nd down and 10.
Metikosh just tried to go off the right side, but the Aliquippa defense just sealed it off. He had nowhere to run.
Bible is a 210-pound senior. Clogs up that middle. As we said, Belle Vernon has had a hard time moving the football since the first drive of the night. This is Metikosh coming off the right side, following his blockers well, gets out near the 30-yard line. Bible again on the tackle. It'll be a gain of 5 that time. Metikosh doing a good job as he got down behind that big right side of his line. John Vitale, and Vitale gets up limping a bit.
He's not coming out of the ball game. He's going to stay in. He's limping a little bit. I want to mention in the backfield, John Rudolph is back there, the big interior first, and he was out in front blocking for Metikosh, so Leopards trying to create holes.
That's a play that had mixed results during the regular season. It is Rudolph lining up as a fullback right in front of Metikosh. It is Metikosh off the right side, and he has a first down. It would appear out over the 35 to near the 36-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle on the play was Tim Fertillo, but not until Metikosh picked up 6 yards and has the first down at the 35.
Nice run that time again. Joe Rudolph leading the way, going off the right side. They like that side the Leopards do. In fact, last week I understand the Leopards were running a lot off the left side. That was the game plan last week. The Leopards saw something on that side, and that was in their game plan to run left side. Tonight it's off the right side.
And they used Rudolph a lot off the left side. This is Metikosh coming right. He'll get out near the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. They were lining Rudolph up all over the place last week against Highlands. I think they had him in the backfield maybe for one play. He doesn't really many times he'll line up as a wing, sometimes just maybe a foot or so behind the right guard or the left guard. But this time, Bruce, he's actually lining up as where a fullback would line up. Very close to the quarterback also. And this is Metcalf on a counter play to the right as he gets out over the 40 to make it the 41-yard line. Coming up and scored. Third play, third down and 4. Craig Fayak takes the snap, goes back to throw, setting up a screen pass to Metcalf. Metcalf is going to be dropped in the backfield. Back at the 37-yard line. The play unable to get off the ground. He had down Waters out in front of him, but Fayak's pass was just a little late in getting to him, and that allowed the pursuit for Aliquippa to come up and to drop Metcalf back at the 38. It is a loss of 3, and the Reps are going to have to kick the football away.
The Leopards ran that screen play in the first drive they had, and they set it up perfectly. This time, however, good job by Aliquippa, but the blocking wasn't in front for Metcalf, and he slipped and fell, so it never did get going.
Okay, Smith and Patillo are deep. It is a high snap. Fayak goes up and gets it. Booms the ball, end over end. And Smith will come at the 30. The ball is on the ground. Smith diving for it and is able to get it, I believe, back at his 27-yard line. Burton is the quarterback. He has a full house backfield. And the give is to Eric Billingsley off the right side. Billingsley cuts to his left, gets out over the 30 to near the 32-yard line. Nice cutback that time by Billingsley as he followed Return Beasley. Down at the bottom of the pile, who asked for John Vitale? What a game he has played tonight.
Well, that entire front line of Belle Vernon's defense has done a great job all season long. And we talk about the experience, but they're great athletes also, and they do a tremendous job.
We're going to give Billingsley 5 on the play. Second down and 5. Askew comes wide to the right. He did not only the one pass in the first quarter, double coverage. Haney and Fayak picking up Askew. Long count. Thornton gives to his fullback Myers. Myers has an opening. Myers is at the 35, and Myers is in the Belle Vernon territory at the 38-yard line. A gain of 20 yards on the play. Over the seconds, and he got trapped up field, and that created the hole. Well, they've cost him up, keying on Billingsley a little bit too much. They go with a full house backfield. This time Myers lines up on a wing to the right side. And the give is to the up back, and that is Smith, and he's got a gaping here at another first down inside the 30-yard line to the 37-yard line.
We talked about the holes that the Belle Vernon offensive line was creating. Now Aliquippa is showing their strength up front. They created a big one that time, and Smith just went right through and picked up 10 more.
Is this the same Aliquippa offense we saw in the first half? I'm shocked. They have come out on the last 2 plays and have just pushed around the interior line, picking up 30 yards on those 2 carries. And the give is to Myers, the up back, and Myers tries the right side. He'll get inside the 35 to the 33-yard line where Vitale and Kovac and Smith come up to make the stop. Perhaps it's the case that Belle Vernon is looking too closely at Billingsley and that they are crossing him up by giving the football to the up back. Smith on one time and now Myers on back-to-back. He picks up 5 on the play. And it's second down and 5 from the 33. As you can hear, the Aliquippa fans have come to life in front of us. They've not had much to cheer about tonight, but this is a good-looking drive to start the third quarter. Myers splits wide to the left side. Askew is wide to the right. And the pitch comes back to Billingsley. He's coming to the left. The penalty flag is thrown. Billingsley turns the corner. He's inside the 30 and will be wrestled out of bounds near the 26-yard line. But keep in mind, we have a yellow flag back at the 35-yard line.
I think this is going to be against Aliquippa. The way the flag was thrown and where it was thrown would lead me to believe something in the back, possibly a hold or an illegal block, something in that aspect.
I'll tell you, Bruce, Billingsley turned the corner. What speed, though. He got out there and made the cut upfield. But as you said, it will be coming back.
The Leopards yet to be penalized also. We talked about how smart they play, and they have not committed a penalty here tonight. That's 5 or 6, I think, for Aliquippa. So
football all the way back to the midfield stripe. A clipping call against Aliquippa. The football is going to go all the way back to midfield, and the Quips will have first down and 27.
That is a tremendous penalty to set them back from a second and about 4 yards to second and 22.
Back-to-back first downs here. Play action fake. Thornton coming to the right side with Turbo giving chase. Now Thornton steps up in the pocket, fires in, completing the heavy coverage pass intended for Tidner. 4 Belle Vernon green jerseys around Tidner at the 42-yard line.
You're exactly right. There were 4 Belle Vernon players there. Thornton decided to throw the ball, but he almost completed it. It was off the hands of the receiver. The old saying is, if you touch it,
well, I don't think I can wear 2 pairs of socks on my mouth, although maybe some folks out there would wish I did sometimes. Third down and 22 from midfield. Double wide formation. Patillo is wide to the right. Thornton, deep drop. Now sets up a screen to Billingsley at the 45. Billingsley is back to the line of scrimmage. Now cuts to his right. He's still on his feet and gets to the Belle Vernon 45-yard line, where Kovac finally wrestles him down. Some nifty footwork by Billingsley, but all for only a 5-yard gain. And the Quips are going to be faced with 4th down and 17.
A nice run, though. Billingsley caught the ball on the screen. He had a couple blockers, Belle Vernon pursuing, but he did a great job showing that movement, cutting in and out, and just trying to pick up more and more yardage. He had a long way to go to get the first down, but he did a great job to pick up the 3 or 4 yards that he did.
We're in the third quarter, 5 minutes exactly to play. Belle Vernon 7, Aliquippa nothing. Askew is in to kick the football away to Kovac and Medikosh. They're standing at their 10-yard line. Now they move up to the 15. Reps coming with a little bit of pressure. Askew taking all kinds of time, and the kick is going to be blocked. And it will roll out of bounds at the Belle Vernon bench near the 30-yard line. Askew just tripped himself on that one, Bruce.
Exactly. He never hit the football right. He kicked a low liner. I don't know if it went too far and just end over end, rolled downfield, and the Belle Vernon Muppets get a big break after the kicking call, an even bigger break here because they get good field position.
Let's see what they can do with full house backfield again. Medikosh is deep. Fayak back to throw. He is under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Fires. And the pass is almost intercepted at the 45-yard line. Nance coming up to step in front of him in the end zone. He was gone. No question about it. And he should have made the interception. 2nd down and 10 from the 38. Double fake. Medikosh tries the right side, and he'll get absolutely nowhere. He may even lose a yard. Again, that interior line for the Quips. Jeff Bible, we've caught his name on numerous occasions tonight, stumping the play right at the line of scrimmage. And Belle Vernon finding the going extremely difficult in the third quarter.
Aliquippa has really shut things down. Belle Vernon came out for a little while and they were moving the ball somewhat, but now they're having a hard time getting 2 or 3 yards. And we mentioned how important it is for Belle Vernon to be in situations where it's 3rd and short. Well, here's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Dupree this time comes wide to the left, and Nance will pick him up and will get right up on him at the line of scrimmage. And they give us to the up back, and that is Medikosh getting out near the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but it will leave the reps now a good 3 yards short. You're going to tell me it was Haney. Okay, it was Dale Haney on the carry, a gain of 7 yards, but the reps are going to be faced with 4th down and 3. So Belle Vernon trying to do essentially what Aliquippa did, which is cross up the defense. Well, nothing fancy this time. Fayak's going back in the punt formation. He'll be kicking to Smith and to Patillo. Quick snap back to Fayak. Gets the kick away. It is a short kick. They will bounce at the 30, and actually they're going to say where it bounced, it went out of bounds. So the football is going to be marked all the way upfield at the Aliquippa 35. So not a good punt at all for Fayak. Only a 20-yard punt with no return. And the Quips have decent field position with 3:17 to play in the third. It was out of bounds. Well, here come the Quips with the ball at their 35. Thornton has 3 backs behind him. Billingsley this time lines up deep in the eye. Myers, Smith comes in motion. And the give is to Myers, the fullback. He crawls forward out over the 36 to the 37-yard line. 1189, give him a call at 929-3811. 2nd down and 8. Myers is on a wing right. And we have a half dozen penalty flags thrown. Tim Patillo is going to be flagged, Bruce. You're enjoying this one. Wow.
He was well out of the count there. Patillo was, we talked about that quickness. Well, he wanted to get a jump on Haney, the defender up there. He was about 5 yards downfield, and they had to throw the flag. He went off and made contact with the Belle Vernon player. So that sets them back 5 more yards with Aliquippa making those mistakes.
That is their 5th penalty of the evening, and it has come at very inopportune times. Football is marked back at the Belle Vernon 33-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 12. 2:22 to play in the third quarter, 7-0 Leopards. Billingsley comes in motion to the right side. Let's watch this. And they give to Smith off the left side. Smith's got an opening. He is at the 35, the 40. He's in the Belle Vernon territory at the 45 and will be run out of bounds near the 35-yard line. What speed that time by Shereen Smith as he got to the left side. Well, there's some Billingsley in right as a decoy out there before he had a chance to go all the way for a touchdown. Touchdown saving tackle. We've seen a couple of them tonight. This time Smith goes wide to the right, so actually more in a flank right. Back to throw. Firing for Askew. Askew pulls the football in near the 30-yard line. Fayak on the stop. It'll be a gain of 7. Football will be, actually, we'll call it a gain of 8 as the football is going to be marked at the 28-yard line. So Aliquippa with a good drive as we're nearing the end of the third quarter. They trail 7-0.
Jump ball for Askew there. 6'5". You just threw the football into the light standards and let him go up and pull it down. A great catch. He's got tremendous height.
Second down and 2. And the Aliquippa faithful coming live, and so are the Belle Vernon fans across the way trying to get the defense to rise up and come up with a big stop. This is Patillo, and Patillo is going to be met and dropped in the backfield. Brian Elmore, an interior lineman, I think missed a block. He got up after Patillo got hit and just hit his helmet as if to say, I blew that one. Fayak has him now in single coverage. Now they put Smith in a slot right. Interesting formation. And they give us to Myers, the fullback, and Myers is inside the 25 and has a first down as he gets near the 22-yard line. Now, third quarter, they have the ball 1st and 10 at the Belle Vernon 22-yard line. And now a penalty flag comes in, and I think the Quips used too much time as the clock wound down to 0-0s. Well, we have the end of the third quarter. Do or not? Perhaps they say the flag. I think the flag was thrown before they hit 3-0s, Bruce. That's a big call.
Yeah, it is a delay of game call against Aliquippa. So
if they determine that the flag came in before the quarter ran out. Let's see. The referee is going to the Belle Vernon bench, and he's going to say there's 2 or 3 seconds to go, and so that means Aliquippa will be flagged for the delay of game.
And of course, Aliquippa, the coaching staff, reporting to the scoreboard, trying to say, look, there's no time left. How can it be a delay of game call? But they say, as you mentioned, that now they put 3 seconds on the clock. So there will be 3 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Extra point. That's where we're at. 3 seconds to play in the third quarter. First down and 15. The football resting at the 27-yard line. Thornton with his backs in an I formation. Back to throw. He's got a receiver throwing it up for grabs for Askew, and he's got it for a touchdown. Single coverage on Arno Askew. It wasn't the most picturesque pass that you'll ever see, but Fayak just kind of lost his balance in the back of the end zone and at least line up to kick the extra point. Very interesting call. Hazel is kneeling at the 10-yard line. Askew does the kicking. Yes, he does just about everything for this team. An all-important extra point. It is a good snap. Straight ahead kicker. His kick is up, and it is good. After 3 quarters of play, the Belle Vernon Leopards and the Aliquippa Quips are all knotted up at 7. Bruce and I will be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
The Washington Green County Job Training Agency is now accepting it.
Oh, what's that?
16. Nothing. Aliquippa Valley.
13 nothing. 16 nothing. Okay.
And also, Freeport 13, Jeanette 7.
All right.
Clearton 13, Jeff Morgan 7.
All right.
That's all.
Things are going bad here, guys.
Washington Green County Commissioners and the Washington Green County Private Industry Council.
Eric Hagman, Bruce Sokolic back with you in Cannonsburg. We have watched the Quips not this game. It's
a touchdown in that game.
Mike Medikosh is not deep for this kickoff. Scott Corsi and Kovac are standing deep for the Leopards as they approach this kick. It is a line drive kick that will be fielded by an up back at the 30-yard line, out over the 35 to the 36-yard line is Dwayne Graham. So the Leopards will have good field position as they begin a very important drive.
One thing you have to remember, the Leopards want to keep the field position here in the fourth quarter. Again, you don't need very many yards for Craig Fayak in the field goal attempt. That's the one advantage the Leopards have going into the season, and when you get into playoffs and even closer games, that's the other advantage. So the Leopards don't need an awful lot of yards, but the way this Aliquippa defense has sealed things up, the Leopards are having trouble just picking up a first down.
Well, they're struggling here in the second half. They have just one first down. It's very difficult to even hear ourselves think here as the Aliquippa fans have come to life right in front of us. This is Dupree going in motion from right to left. Medikosh coming off the right side, and he is going to be buried right at the line of scrimmage. Absolutely no there. Jim Tigner making the tackle, and Medikosh gets up limping. Now, Bruce, he was not in on the kickoff, which makes you wonder if Medikosh is being hobbled by an ankle problem.
Well, he mentioned he had 12 carries in the first
first half. The Vernon fans are sitting on their hands right now. This is a very important drive. We're under 11 minutes to play in the game, tied at 7. Fayak, play action, under pressure, firing, has a wide open receiver, and that is Kovac, and he will have a first down at the Belle Vernon 49-yard line. Just what the Leopards needed. That will do it right there. They needed to get the first down, but they needed to complete a pass also. Kovac hauling that one in. A nice gain, and he picks up the yardage. Well, I'll tell you, Bruce, they've spotted the football back. He went to his knees to make the catch, and the officials are going to say, bring the chains out. From where he made the catch, he had the first down, I'm telling you. But they're going to bring the chains in from across the field. It's going to be very close. It's right in front of me, and it looks like it's going to be right. He's got it. Leopards needed that one. So the Leopards with their 8th first down of the evening, but only variation. First and 10. Kovac splits wide to the right. Billingsley picks him up in single coverage. Fayak moves to the back. And that is Medicon. Now that is Haney. Haney is into Aliquippa territory, just into Aliquippa territory at the 49. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play. This is what playoff football is all about, isn't it? Two quality teams who have outstanding individual players that play so well together as teams, and this is how it's supposed to be. 7-7 on the scoreboard in the final quarter. Well, I'm looking to see if Medikosh is in the lineup. As we said, he's been hobbling a little bit. Is he in this? He's not in. You see him on the sidelines, exactly. Kovac this time lines up in the backfield with Haney and Dupree. Fayak, triple fake. Looks to throw plenty of time. Now the protection is down, and Fayak is going to be sacked all the way back at his 30-yard line. Durham coming through. And Barber, the make the sack on Fayak. It is a loss of 11 yards. A great play by Aliquippa, just what they needed. We talked about what Belle Vernon needed. Well, the Quips come back. Fayak had a lot of time. It's just the coverage was outstanding in the secondary for Aliquippa. Nobody was open. Got to throw it away. Got to throw it away. And about 16. Fayak is back to throw. Looks to set up a screen to Kovac. Kovac has it at the 40, up over the 43 to the 45-yard line, and will be dropped well short of the first down marker. He'll be a dozen yards short, as a matter of fact. And Belle Vernon is going to have to punt the football away. And for the first time tonight, Aliquippa is in a position to move down and take the lead. And there's no doubt right now that Aliquippa has the momentum. They've got the emotion on their side in this game, and Belle Vernon needs something to try to turn that around. But the way Aliquippa's playing, they're not going to give easily. It is a good snap. Fayak takes his time and lucky to get it out. The kick will bounce at the 35. Smith will pick it up at his 25. Hit up for a drop, coming to the right. He's at the 30 and will finally get dropped right at the 30-yard line. Making the tackle for the Leopards was Dave Thompson. Boy, Fayak just stood back there and held the ball. I thought he was going to have it blocked, but he was in a slot right, and the game is to Eric Billingsley coming right, and Billingsley is going to be dropped after a gain of maybe a yard. Barish coming up to make the stick for the Leopards. It'll be a gain of 1 for Billingsley. I will give him 2. A gain of 2 for Arno Askew coming wide to the left. Double coverage. Jason Smith picks him up at the line of scrimmage. Fayak picks him up about 10 yards back. Eye tandem behind the quarterback, Thornton. Thornton deals to the fullback, and that is Myers, and Myers is met by Ruda and is dropped at the 35-yard line. It was Smith, not Myers, on the play. One was 3, one was 2. I apologize. It's a gain of 3 for Smith. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Quips. Yeah, Belle Vernon almost got caught there. Kovac, who was in the middle, shot the play. He just shot right up the middle, expecting the play to come there, but it went a little bit to his left, so he missed it. And Smith, who came up the middle, luckily was hit by Rudolph, but Kovac was caught, and that left a big opening right in the middle of that Belle Vernon defense. Very important play. 3rd down and a long 4. 3rd and 4. Belle Vernon facing out the defensive lineman. They dig in. Thornton. Now Billingsley. Billingsley tries to get to the outside. He turns the corner. He's got the first down. It will be wrestled out of bounds. That is good at the 47-yard line, and that is what speed can do for you. Martel had the angle on him in the backfield, but Billingsley just outran firing. And that's where that big play capability comes in. Patillo is in the back. There's some confusion on the offense for Aliquippa as they try to line up here. Patillo now is the deep man in the I formation. This is Thornton. He'll keep the football and will be brought down in the backfield. Kovacs coming up to finish off the play. Let me get a number. It was Jason Smith, the first man to greet Thornton. I don't know if it was a busted play or not, Bruce. It was a busted play because of the play of Brett Barish and Belle Vernon. Barish came in and sealed off Thornton. Thornton actually wanted to give the ball off on a handoff, but Barish buried his helmet into the running back of Aliquippa, so he couldn't give him the ball, so Thornton decided to keep it himself and try to pick up some yardage and never got a chance because the pursuit was there. Cruz back to the 50s, a Cruz on a 50-style diner. That's Cruz on Route 51 in Perryopolis, just south of the auto auction. Second down and 11. Thornton sets the defense, or sets the offense, sending Billingsley wide to the right side. And he gives off the left side to Smith. Smith is in the Belle Vernon territory, driving forward as he gets to the 48-yard line. Haney comes up to put the shoulder pads into him. It'll be a gain of 6 yards, and we'll leave Aliquippa 5 yards short of a first down. Belle Vernon has to come up with that big defensive play. We said how much are they rely on this defense, and this is the opportunity right here. Again, Aliquippa getting back into Belle Vernon field position, something they don't want to see happen. Belle Vernon has to get that field position back with this clock rolling down and a tie ball game. 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Third down and 6. Askew splits wide to the near side. Jason Smith has him. Going to the right is Myers as a flanker. Pitch comes back to Billingsley to the right side. Billingsley looking for room, has some room. He's still on his feet. He's at the 35. He's at the 20. The 15, the 10, and he's flipped up at the Belle Vernon 5-yard line. Dorsey on a touchdown-saving tackle, but Billingsley just using that incredible speed. Actually, the football will be marked inside the 5 at the 4. We are going to say the 3-yard line. Between the 2 and the 3, it's down to our far left. Not the easiest vantage point for us. Thornton calls signals. Gibbs off to Smith, off the right side, and he is hit and is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Joe Rudolph coming up along with Brett Barish to make the stop. But this is a similar situation to what you defensive must do here. They've got to stop Aliquippa because you mentioned there's not going to be much time left if they get the ball back after they score. Second and goal from the 3. Splitting wide to the right side is Smith. High tandem Billingsley as the beat back. This is Thornton straight up the middle. He was not into the end zone. He got a decent surge, but did not get in. Let's see how the officials replace the football. It looks to be just about at the 2. We'll give the score. Billingsley and Smith, and also in the backfield is Myers, and this is Billingsley. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, we talked so much about the big play offense of Aliquippa. They've showed it here tonight. Billingsley breaking that big run on a crucial 3rd and 5. Took it down to the 3-yard line. 3 plays, and they're into the end zone. Aliquippa opens up the lead, and the Leopards have their backs to the wall now. Absolutely incredible, Bruce. It's the thing I think we feared, and obviously the Belle Vernon coaching staff feared it. The Leopard defense just doing a great job time and time again, but able to come up with these great plays. This is an all-important extra point. Askew approaches, kicks, and it's good. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to play in the football game. Aliquippa has opened up a 14-7 lead. Bruce and I will be back with the kickoff right after this.
The next time we meet, Joe.
Eric.
Yeah.
16-6, Seneca Valley in the 4th.
All right, it is Kovacs. They are standing at their 10-yard line. Approaching the football is Askew. It is an end-over-end kick. Kovacs will take it at his 10, 15, 20, right up the middle of the 25, almost breaking through, and he's brought down as he gets to the 30-yard line. A good surge coming up to make the tackle on the play was Corey Alston for Aliquippa, and now this much-heralded Aliquippa defense will try to shut down Belle Vernon. The Leopards have the football first and 10 at the 31-yard line. With a rolling clock under 3 minutes, not an awful lot of time for the Leopards. Because of that ball control offense, they like to take time to score, but they can't do it here. Kovacs sets his offense. Play action to Dupree, back to throw, fires intended for Kovacs. Will they give him the catch? Yes, they will. Near the first down marker at the 41-yard line. He'll be just short. The fun will keep you abreast of the time. Belle Vernon needs a touchdown and an extra point to force overtime. Haney in motion to the right side. It is Fayak on a quarterback draw. He has the first down as he gets out near the 43-yard line. Fayak brought him back in the Keystone Oaks game with a tremendous drive. He's got to do it again. Kovac splits wide to the right. Haney and Dupree, the eye tandem. Fayak in all kinds of pressure, and the pass is going to be incomplete. He was hit just as he threw the football. Sean Durham coming from the blind side, but the official was right there and immediately signaled incomplete pass. Exactly over Jeanette, 21-13. Colton over Jefferson Morgan, 13-7. Second down and 10 from the 44. Fayak back to throw. One more time, firing across the middle for Kovac. He's got the ball at first down at the Aliquippa 38-yard line. Kovac on a down and in cut in front of Billingsley and threw the football in for a 16-yard play. They get an 18-yard pass play at the 38-yard line. The Reps have it first and 10.
Belle Vernon offense, when you want to throw the ball, throw to Dan Kovac. He's got great hands. He ran the perfect route. He went down 10 yards, cut it to the middle of the field, and Fayak just put it right on the big number 8 on his jersey.
Dupree this time is a wide receiver to the left. Haney, the sole setback. Fayak back to throw, looking for Kovac. He's got.
They're really not used to this, Eric, having to drive like this.
And they're doing without Mike Medicosh, who was bothered with some sort of a leg injury. He is not in the lineup. Jason Smith wide to the right. Kovac is in a slot right. Fayak is back to throw. He has time now. The protection breaks down. Fayak still on his feet and is going to be sacked back at his own 49-yard line. Return Beasley coming through for the Quips. Aliquippa defense right now awfully tough. They've got Belle Vernon back up, third down and 20.
That's the thing about Aliquippa. They'll go back and forth with you, but all they need is a couple mistakes, a couple big plays, and that's where they hurt you, and that's where they beat you.
Trying for their third consecutive WPIAL title. They need a win tonight to stay alive. Dupree in motion, double wide to the left side. Fayak back to throw. He is under pressure, and he is going to be sacked again. Ryan Elmer just running over one of the Belle Vernon blockers, dropping Fayak all the way back at his 43-yard line, and the Reps now are faced with a 25-yard situation, 4th and 25. Bruce, do you know if 4th and 25 play? Well, if Bill Connors does, he's going to tell Craig Fayak because he has used another timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back. Medicosh, he is the one game breaker that they have. Quips to the right side. Fayak in the shotgun. He's under pressure already, and he's going to be hit as he lets go of the football. It'll roll out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Fayak very slow in getting up. I believe the official's going to say that it was an incomplete pass, but it doesn't matter because it's Aliquippa's football. And that truck for Aliquippa, Brian Elmore, has just wreaked havoc here in the fourth quarter, mainly because Medicosh has been out of the game. They don't respect the Belle Vernon running game, and they're just teeing off and coming after the Reps. And now Aliquippa has just 55 seconds to run out the clock and head back to Three River Stadium and try for a third consecutive AAA title.
Said at the onset, Belle Vernon's running game was the most important, and more so Aliquippa. They could throw the ball a little bit better and have done it more so, I should say, in the regular season.
Thornton will take the snap and will go to one knee. Let's see, will the Reps just allow it to tick down? Joe Rutello turns to the official and says timeout. They'll stop the clock, 47 seconds to play. Bruce is unhappy.
I hate Aliquippa. I've hated them for years.
Barnum and File specializing.
Remember, Jips will do the post game. I'm not going to get an interview on the post game.
And ladders plus propane.
We are back with 47 seconds to play in the game. It looks as if it's going to be Seneca Valley and Aliquippa for the AAA championship. The numbers 1 and 2 teams coming out of the Midwestern Conference on the Dune Hills. Nothing. Steel Valley has opened up a 35-13 lead over New Brighton in AA, and Freeport over Jeanette 28-13. Of course, Dave Wagerman will have all the scores for you in our post-game wrap-up. Thornton takes the snap, goes back. And that's going to be it because Belle Vernon cannot stop the clock again. Just an absolutely tremendous season for the Leopards. Will come to a very disappointing end. Bruce, they held Aliquippa scoreless tonight for 2 quarters and 11 minutes and 57 seconds in the third quarter. But Aliquippa scoring 2 touchdowns in the final quarter and 3 seconds. This is it. Thornton takes the snap. The Aliquippa fans in front of us, we'll let you know. They're going to enjoy this one. just a credit to Aliquippa, really, because this is a team that it may not be the powerhouse of Aliquippa in past years, and they just continue to roll along. Again, we always talk about high school football, how every 3 years or so you have to change teams and you have to go through rebuilding years. Well, I guess Aliquippa hasn't been made aware of that yet because they roll along, winning the last 2 state championships in AAA, 4 of the last 5, just unbelievable. 3 zeros on the clock. On the scoreboard, it's 14 for the Quips, 7 for the Reps. Bruce and I will be back right after.